Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. How will the USA proposed birthright citizenship block impact Caribbean and African citizens? In this video I will explain to you exactly what the US is planning to do in regards of birthright citizenship and how it will impact our people. You know, whenever a Caribbean or African travels to the US, even for a holiday, and they have a baby, that baby, once it is born on US soil, is automatically a US citizen. Well, Trump is planning to stop that, and he is in advanced stages to stopping that. The US Supreme Court ruled that the courts cannot do anything to stop Donald Trump from implementing birthright citizenship. Now, this is complicated. The southern states like Texas, Louisiana, those red states, Georgia, would agreed to, once Donald Trump enact the birthright block for Africans and Caribbean citizens, they will not do anything to challenge it. So as it is right now, if any immigrant of Caribbean or African descent who is not legal in the United States of America and they have a baby in a red state, that baby will not be a US citizen and the state will not do anything to fight it. But in the blue states like maybe California, New York, the state itself will fight that executive order, and they may win, they may not win. But do you really want to take the risk in going through all of that? We don't even know, as it stands right now, if citizenship was granted to an immigrant of Caribbean and African descent in the past, if this can be revoked. Who knows what this administration can do? Now, I will explain to you exactly what is happening. The block of US birthright citizenship, if enacted, would have serious implications for Caribbean and African families, both emotionally, practically. Here is a breakdown of how it will affect our communities. There will be a loss in automatic citizenship for US born children. The current law, this is the current law. Anyone born on US soil, regardless of parents' status, immigration status, even if they are illegal in the country, is automatically a US citizen under the 14th Amendment. This is in the Constitution. What is the proposed change? The proposed change is to end this, to end birthright citizenship for children of non-citizens or undocumented immigrants. Impact, what is the impact on our families? Children born in the US to Caribbean or African parents may no longer receive citizenship. Parents may be forced to return home with children who are not US citizens because they won't be able to do anything. If you don't have any papers, you have to go underground in the US. They will lose legal foothold in the US. They will have no legal right to be in the US. They cannot challenge anything. They cannot get any benefits. They can just hide and work under the table. Who want to live like that? There will be an increase in immigration insecurity. Without birthright citizenship, immigrant families, especially undocumented or overstaying ones, could face fewer legal protections for their children. a higher risk of deportation and family breakups. No pathway to regularization through their US born children. There will also be a strain on remittances and diaspora support. Caribbean and African nations depend heavily on remittances from US based families. Reduced immigration stability may cut remittance flow, affecting education, healthcare, and business back home. Impact on access to public services. Children who aren't US citizens may face limited access to healthcare, education, and public benefits. Can't access the hospital, they can't go to school, they can't access welfare. No legal protection on the US child welfare system. So no welfare for them. They're basically an illegal alien in the country. Changes in birth tourism. This is the proposed Trump changes in birth tourism. Many families from countries like Jamaica, Nigeria, Haiti, and Ghana travel to the US specifically so their children can have citizen status. If blocked, birth tourism will sharply decline. A lot of families will no longer try to get a US visa to go to the US to have any children because it doesn't make any sense after the block of birthright citizenship. Families may seek alternative countries with birthright laws like Canada or some Latin American nations who still have birthright citizenship. Diplomatic tensions. Countries in the Caribbean and Africa may condemn the move as discriminatory. Could strain relations between the US and the broader global South. Long-term educational and career consequences this can have. Non-citizen children may be denied student loans, college admissions, or military service opportunities. They may face restrictions in employment when they reach adulthood. In summary, my friends, I'm going to wrap this up now. Ending birthright citizenship would be a radical shift in US immigration policy for Caribbean and African families. It risks greater instability, family separation, reduced access to the American dream, the so-called American dream, or some will say the American nightmare. I remember I was in the US some time ago, a few years ago, and I met a man from Ghana, and he said, man, before I came to the US, they told me this is the American dream. I didn't know this is an American nightmare. So he is calling the American dream an American nightmare because what he's saying is that what he saw on TV is not what's on the ground. They lied to him. He thought he was going to an American dream and ended up in an American nightmare, my friends. So think twice before you travel to the US to try to have any children because things are not going well at this time in the USA. This would not only impact individuals but also the social and economic fabric of their home countries in Africa and the Caribbean, which rely strongly on diaspora for survival and growth. Many families in Africa and the Caribbean depend on their families in the US, Canada, and the UK to work and send food, clothes, money back home so that they can make a proper living. So ending birthright citizenship will crack down on this. And this is exactly what the Trump administration is trying to do. The Trump administration demanded that Africans take illegal immigrants from the US. They met with African countries, they pressured Nigeria and South Africa to take some of the most dangerous illegal immigrants in the US who are not even from Africa. They're from places like Venezuela and Honduras in Southern America. Many of them are of European descent, but European, Spanish, or Portuguese descent. But they're not sending them to Spain. They're not sending them to Portugal. They're sending them to Africa. Why should Africa accept these illegal immigrants? But at the same time, they're trying to end birthright citizenship for Africans and Caribbean citizens. That is how the US play. They don't care about anybody but themselves, my friends. Let us wake up and bridge the gap between the African continent and the African diaspora. The mission of my channel is to bridge that gap between our people in the African continent and our people in the African diaspora, such as the Caribbean nation islands, where I'm bringing to you this video from. Every day I react to breaking news that affect our people on the African continent and in the African diaspora, which is any place where large amount of black African people live, such as America, Canada, Europe, Britain. The Caribbean is home to African descents. So, my friends, you can subscribe to this channel by clicking the subscribe button, like this video, share it with all your friends and family, and also consider joining the channel and becoming a channel member. This will help to support the journey of bringing our people together so that we can be stronger and greater as one. On this channel I react to all African and Caribbean news that affect our people, so please consider becoming a member. Click the link in this description box and join to become a channel member. I thank all my channel members so far for the continued support. Without you, we won't be able to grow from strength to strength. I thank all my subscribers, over 40,000 of you. You have been a great help. All of you who comment daily on my channel, all of you like the video, share it with all your friends and family. All of that is supporting the channel as well. I appreciate all your love and support. My name is Beyond. Let me know your thoughts on this topic of the US ending birthright citizenship for Caribbean and African citizens. Comment your thoughts and opinion. Let's have a wonderful interactive conversation. Let me know where you're watching from, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it with all your friends and family, and please come back tomorrow when I will release the next video. Much love and bye bye. My name is Beyond. This is Beyond Uncut, signing out.